Peace and love. I'm Mama Shu. I'm the founder and CEO of Avalon Village. And unfortunately, my son Chinyelu was killed on January the 26th. He was actually ambushed and he was shot to death. I'm just really, really sad about this. This is a, a terrible tragedy to our community. We feel vulnerable over here. Um, I believe that other people have suffered as well because of this same type of senseless acts, and the pain is undescribable. Chinyelu is my second son that I lost.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
In order for y'all to do what God is calling y'all to do, to take y'all platform to where it's a plateau and it can go to levels that you never seen, don't best believe it's gonna come with devils.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Oh, it's gonna be me. That's who it's gonna be. Me. And my boy Jason. And Poolie. We're gonna be swifting and swerving up through here, y'all. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses. Mwah. Yes. Welcome to a PG News edition of PGT Time, baby. And if y'all ain't watching on Roku TV right now, go on ahead. Go on right now. If you sitting at home watching on your phone, okay? Holding your phone. Even if you got to stand. But if you just hold it and you got a Roku TV, I'm going to need you to go ahead and put me on Roku TV. Keep me going on your phone now. Keep it going on your phone. Just in case you want to comment, baby. Because when I tell y'all better be ready in these comments today, okay? Because we got none other than Mama Shu in the building, baby. Mama Shu. She's here. Now, for those that don't know Mama Shu, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You're going to know today. You're going to know today. And you're also going to be telling your friends tomorrow. You're going to be telling your aunties the next time you see them. You're going to be telling your uncles down the street at the store. Okay? You're going to be telling everybody about Mama Shu. Okay? So, but first, I got to make sure I bring on my boy, my homie, my brother from another mother. Oh, Jason in the building, baby.
What up, though? What's good with you, man? How you holding up?
What's good, Jason? What's good? Biggie in the building. Catch this vibe.
You already know, man. Slow motion better than no motion. All motion, good motion. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm excited to definitely be on. I appreciate us coming up for another amazing show. But not only that, man, to get awareness out again. And this time it takes place in my previous backyard. You know, in the Detroit area, but you know, HP got their own love. They look, we love Detroit, but we HP over here. You know what I'm saying? Highland Park is Highland Park. You know what I mean? They like, yeah, this Highland Park. You know what I'm saying? So it's awesome to be able to just have a great conversation with this amazing, phenomenal woman. If you guys haven't been able to see who she is or what she's done, you can check her out. She's been on Ellen and a plethora of other spaces, advocating for and making space for Highland Park and the community that she's in. I've never seen anything like this quite yet. I was in Atlanta one day, and at one time, and I seen that they had like this little shelving space for the homeless, because they have a overly dense population for homeless people. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then when I heard this story, I go, that's what most communities need, the next level, not just food and shelving like that, but like space for schooling, for counsel, for for our children to grow. So I'm excited to hear more about it. Unfortunately, it came at the tragedy of some things, but I'm excited to see more and talk more.
Exactly. So we're gonna cover a lot tonight that went on in Mama Shu's life. Again, I'm honored for her to be here. I thank her for trusting me and Jason with her story just as well. This doesn't go unnoticed. Okay, a woman like this, I'm telling you now, I would never, ever, ever forget this woman. I would never, ever, ever forget this show tonight. And you all will see tonight why. All right. So let's bring her up, baby. Let's bring her up. This is y'all Miss Mama Shu, baby. Where I can't get to the thing. Where's my there it is down there. There she go, baby. There she go. Mama Shu. Hey, Mama Shu. How are you?
Hi, Miss Peachy.
Hi.
And Jason.
Hello. Welcome in. Welcome.
Mama Shu, when I tell you, I don't think it's been times I've contacted Jason and be like, Jason, I'm nervous. And it's when I tell you, very few. Very, very few. And tonight, when we planned everything, when I talked to you the first time, after I hung up with you, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so nervous. And when I tell you, I feel wonderful tonight. I feel
wonderful.
So
I was just, I didn't get a call. You didn't get a call.
You did not get a call, Jason. But I'm just so eager to tell everybody about you. I got some clips. I think I chose the perfect clips for tonight. I have a special surprise for you for tonight just as well. When I tell you we are going to give you your flowers tonight, and not only that, we are definitely going to dig down deep into your children. We would definitely not let that go unnoticed tonight.
Okay.
Because you did some things that I've never seen before, just like Jason said. I've never seen it a day in my life. So when I tell you, I'm so excited about tonight. Is there anything that you want to say before we get started?
Well, I want to say peace and love to everyone and anybody that's watching this show. Thank you for, just extending an invitation to come. I definitely wanted to. I wanted to because you are a sister that is on air, and I really wanted to support you. And support what it is that you're doing and stuff. So I was like, this is cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And so I shot this to Robin, and I was like, Robin, I want to do this. And, it's certain things that I just say I just want to do or whatever, and I just shoot them a tour and stuff. And then she just arranges everything and stuff. But it's something I wanted to do. And thank you for having this space to share.
Oh, you're so welcome. You are so welcome. And again, I'm honored, and I thank you for trusting us with his story, with both your kids' story tonight. Thank you. Okay. All right, let's get started, Mama Shu. Let's
get started.
So we're gonna start tonight, y'all. We're gonna start with a clip. Okay, that's what we're gonna start with. So we gotta play our fair usage. So we're gonna play that first, and we're gonna go straight into the clip. And then when we come back, Mama Shu is going to let us know a little bit about this clip, okay?
Okay.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Shamaim Harris, or Mama Shu, is revitalizing Avalon Street in Highland Park following the tragic loss of her son.
My son, Jacoby, got hit by a car. He was 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days old. 6 months after he died, the house that I looked at for like 4 years became available, and I bought it for $3,000, and I built a park, and his name is called Jacoby Ra Park.
Jacoby Ra Park was just the start of Shu's mission to transform blight to beauty in her own community.
Cleaning up the block on Avalon Street, one lot at a time. It just basically was healing for me.
How many lots now total?
35.
That's a neighborhood by itself.
Yeah, and we own almost the whole block. We keep it clean, we plant flowers, and every year we build something to make it better and better and to add on to the village.
The beautification project is underway.
Right now we're working on the homework house. It's a space for children to do their homework, take a bath, to iron their clothes.
Shamaim Harris, or Mama Shu, is revitalizing Avalon Street in Highland Park following the tragic loss of her son.
My son, Jacoby, got hit by a car. He was 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days old. 6 months after he died, the house that I looked at for like 4 years became available, and I bought it for $3,000, and I built a park, and his name is called Jacoby Ra Park.
Jacoby Ra Park was just the start of Shu's mission to transform blight to beauty in her own community.
Cleaning up the block on Avalon Street, one lot at a time. It just basically was healing for me.
How many lots now total?
35.
That's a neighborhood by itself.
Yeah, and we own almost the whole block. We keep it clean, we plant flowers, and every year we build something to make it better and better and to add on to the village.
The beautification project is underway.
Right now we're working on the homework house. It's a space for children to do their homework, take a bath, to iron their clothes, because a lot of the children in our neighborhood, the gas, lights, even the water is cut off. We need somewhere for the kids to feel like they're at home in their own neighborhood.
Construction is also underway on the Goddess Marketplace for women entrepreneurs, the Blue Moon Cafe and Greenhouse, and the Avalon Village Healing House, where holistic healing arts will be held.
You know where they say it takes a village to raise a child, and I'm like, we got to build villages that's holistic and nurturing for the kids.
In honor of her son Jacoby, Mama Shu is creating safe and beautiful spaces for her entire community here in the heart of Detroit.
She keeps doing.
All right. All right. Okay, let's get started. Now, the first question I have is this. You started this, you bought this home right after your son, Jacoby, was hit by a car.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I was born in Highland Park. Let's start off there.
Okay.
I was raised in Detroit, and so I was living on Rhode Island Street. And that is where we lived. And this block, Avalon Street, was basically blighted and all of that. So the accident actually happened on Rhode Island Street, which is on the other side of Woodward Avenue. And my son was he was out playing one day, and him and Chinyelu, my other son was 10 at the time, and they were holding hands, and they crossed the street, Rhode Island Street, to go play with the neighbor. And then a car came speeding down, and it actually happened to be a neighbor on like the third block of Rhode Island Street. And then he hit Jacoby, and Jacoby kind of the car swiped him out of Chin's hand, and he actually landed up under a street light there on Rhode Island Street, and all the kids were like screaming, and they were just, crying, and everybody was all hysterical and everything. And I was up at a store that I had called the Black Hole. It was a collective business of different entrepreneurs, and we were all up under one roof. And they ran up there, and Chin, I remember Chin saying, they snatched him out of my hand like that. And he meant the car. And and that was just like really, really the beginning. And after Jacoby got hit, his sister, who is 12 years old, her name is Kafi. Kafi picked him up, and they got in the car, and his father came downstairs, and we took him to the hospital, and we rushed him to the hospital. The ambulance didn't come in time, so we just hopped in the car. Kafi was sitting in the back seat or whatever with him, and she noticed he had stopped breathing and everything. And when she was shaking him, by the time they got him to the hospital, they tried to resuscitate him, but it was too late at that particular time. And that next day, I just had to wait until his sister had just went off to Central State. She was a freshman, and I waited until she got there the next day, sit for her so she can actually see him, alive and everything. But he was basically the machine, was on him. And so we just, just took it off. He was just already brain damaged.
Okay. So how
And that
many
was on
children
September.
do you have in total?
I have 4 children. Kafi, my oldest is Aziza. My second oldest is Kafi. And then Chinyelu was my third child, and Jacoby was the baby. He was 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days old when he became an ancestor.
Okay. And when did Jacoby pass?
Jacoby passed September the 23rd, 2007. He was born August the 17th, 2005. Marcus Garvey's birth date, actually.
Okay. Now, once Jacoby passed and everything, then that's when you decided to buy this home.
Yes. And so I'm going to say this. I was a school administrator. I worked in the school system for 27 years. And so I was actually on my way to my school job every day. And I would see this house already, living on Rhode Island, even when Jacoby was living and everything. And I saw this particular house. And I'm an ordained minister of 22 years also. But I saw that, I was like, I want to go over there and start my ministry there. And I wanted to do this. And I said, I'm going to go up there. That block look like it's just kind of jacked up. Like, really, don't nobody really, ain't paying attention to it or whatever. So I'm like, I'm going to go over there and see, what I can do over there. And so I saw this house that was sitting here. I'm on the corner. And I would see it every day and just kind of envision, like, what? I could put something here, put a homework house. This was already in my mind of trying to transform this. But I'm looking at this every day. So after Jacoby got killed, 6 months to be exact. It was on Martin Luther King Day too. We had to work. I worked for an African-centered school called Aisha Shule. His grandmother was the founder of the school. It was up and running about 40 years in the W.B. Du Bois Academy. And so I was I happened to be rolling down Martin Luther King Day. We were going to go and just, work on records and stuff. The kids weren't in school. So we were going to just take a day, staff day, where we just kind of do some stuff and catch up. And I saw the dumpster out in the driveway of the house that I was looking at. And I pulled up and I took a picture, got the number of the sign, was for sale, and I called them, and it went from there, and that's when I saw, but it was 6 months after Jacoby got killed. I actually the house became available.
Wow. Now, is this a home that you lived in? You moved into this home?
Yes, I lived in this house. And also, it is my nonprofit, my first nonprofit, called the Moon Ministry. That is the name of my ministry. And so I just transformed the house. We moved here 6 months. Well, 6 months. And I stayed in it while it was boarded up and everything. It was some squatters in here. I had to, get them on up out of here and stuff, bought the house. Y'all got, had to get out and stuff. And so, and so then I just started working on it a little bit at a time. I didn't have the bathtub wasn't working yet. I was taking my showers, and actually it was just a bucket and my little bath gel and stuff in my robe. And I go down in the freezing basement and turn the spouts on and take, bathe until all of that got built. Then the next year I took the boards off of the house. So it was just a little bit at a time. And I came over here and just started. I said, I'm just going to start working on the block, but I'll start with the lot right next to me, which became Jacoby Ra Park.
Okay. Now, this is the home right here, correct?
That is the homework house.
The homework house.
Yes.
Okay. So when did the homework house come into play?
The homework house came into play because so the house that I told you that I was looking at and we lived in, so there's 3 vacant lots in between there. Then there's the homework house. And so the homework house, I started working on that in about 2016. Started working on the homework house, and this house was on the demolition list. It was on demolition. It was about $2,300. They were going to tear it down,
That's
and
it.
yes, and can you see the brick and everything? They were like going to tear
Yeah.
this. None of this other stuff though. The doors, none of that stuff. I wish you had a before picture. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't have the before picture.
Oh God, I wish Robin would have sent that. Maybe sent that to you or whatever. But I'll send it to you just so you can just have it and you can see the work. But anyway,
Yeah,
it was
if
just it was
she can,
busted
if
windows.
you or her can send it to me, I can still play it, show it on here tonight.
Yes. So you know what? I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna text her
Okay.
right now and ask her to
Okay.
send it. But so yeah, and so that's the park. That's Jacoby's Rob Park right there. That stand that you see over there, that's called Starlight Amphitheater. Jacoby's name means star, and so that
Okay.
is for entertaining. We have concerts and all kinds of stuff in
Wow.
there, and that's since transformed too. We have a new fire pit, updated fire pit, and all of that. So it's a couple of changes even in that space in that
Yeah.
picture.
Okay. Now you purchased the land.
Yes. Hold on. Yes. Hold on 1 second,
Okay,
please.
go ahead. No, go ahead. No problem at all. I'm gonna show them the house again. This is the house, y'all. The homework house.
I love it. I love
So
all the work. I love everything that is coming of this, especially the amphitheater and bringing the community in the way that you're doing. Like
yes.
this is beautiful, because being from Detroit and hearing what you were saying, like yeah, I know how vacant blocks can be and how desolate it can look. Like back in the 80s, this block probably had 11 homes each side of the street, like just full of
Yes.
homes. And you come up 20 years later, there's just this, like barely this house was standing. So for you to create a park out of what was used to and have what is now, like that is amazing.
It is.
There was houses. Now that's how it looks presently. That is
Right.
what's going on
That's
now.
how it
That's
looks
the new
now.
fire pit. That's our the benches and everything that we had built by some craftsmen that was helping us get it all together and stuff. The homework house logo is on that side. The windows, it does have a solar roof. The roof is metal also. It has geothermal heating and cooling in there. So we don't have a gas bill. And we just gutted the whole thing. We did a fundraiser back in 2016, a Kickstarter, and the goal was $241,900. We ended up raising $243,691 in 30 days, and so we did this big
Hold on, Mama
campaign.
Shoe. Hold on, Mama Shoe. From folks in Detroit, I did folks everywhere.
It was folks everywhere.
Folks
It was
everywhere.
all over the country and even out of the country. Everybody donated, and it just took 30 days. We was just at it. And when I hired Robin came into the picture. We got her, one of my people, other social people. They were media people. We needed a boost. We needed help. Now Robin did 17 years with Fox 2, and so when she saw the tweet, she said, okay, I want to help. Then when she heard my story of what I was doing, because I was just over there just basically cleaning up the block and, just doing the thing or whatever. It was no media or nothing. She ended up getting Charlie LaDuff. Jason, I don't know. Do you know Charlie LaDuff? You heard of him. Okay.
I have, yep.
Charlie LaDuff. So if y'all look back on the YouTube, you'll actually see he did the very, very first news. And then after that, it was on and popping after that. So that was like the push, and we was just out there, and next thing you know it was just everything just coming. It was just real fast or whatever after that. And but yeah, so we were able to raise the money or whatever because we were able to spread it, and Yes, I'm telling her. She said, "Right now." I'm like, "Yes," because I want them to see the old house.
Yes, I got my email up right now.
I told her, I said, "Send it to Miss Peachy. She's gonna put it on." But
Great, great.
but yeah, and so we were able to go ahead, finish that campaign. I remember the last hour that we were we were close. We were like 22,000 and some change short, and we had like 4 hours left of the campaign. Here's the thing about Kickstarter. If you don't raise the amount that you say, you don't get none of it.
None of it.
It's not like GoFundMe. So
Right.
we really had to push, or else we would have lost everything. And this Lions football player, he ended up sending me a email and said, "Mama Shu, let me know or whatever when you're getting close, and I'll take care of it." So we did as much as we can,
Wow.
and then he donated 20,000 online right there. And then when you get to the home stretch where it's only like 2,000 and some change left, everybody started getting it because they started getting excited. And then somebody did 650, I got 800, and then we actually went over and we did 243,691.
That's beautiful.
And that is what we use to initiate.
That was awesome.
Get this start.
Yeah, and that's
so
what we
own the whole block.
Damn near 98% of it. I'm gonna say 45 properties. So I own from one corner to the next, and it's just we have 5 other residents. The rest were abandoned houses that needed to be torn down. Those got torn down. We got one more, and we're tearing it down before July the 1st. It's going to be a community deconstruction project. So I'm gonna get the whole community, whole community to do that. But yes, and most of them are vacant lots, and we have 5 structures. So I'm looking to build on there. So we got so we got shipping container structures on some of them that are businesses, as well as STEM lab and everything. So I like having the land because I can just go ahead and build and recreate what it is that we want over there. But yep, girl, we got 45 properties up in here.
Mama Shu, you so smart. You so smart, girl. You smart.
They was moving. Let me tell you something, Miss Peachy. They was moving. A lot of people was like, you know what? My family thought that I was crazy. I mean, literally for real. I said, you know what? I'm gonna build a village. I'm moving over here, y'all, and we just gonna build a village. I don't know how long it's gonna take. And I really didn't care. I was like, just start. And they thought that I was crazy because this block was hit. When I tell you, it was hit. It was hit. But I just saw. You know how something just can't get no deader? I was like, where
right, you can't get any worse.
That's what I felt. I was like, this can't get no worse. I said, this can only go up, just like a phoenix rising. That is what I felt about this space. And I said, it's so much. And I said, it didn't seem like anybody cared. So I just started buying it up from the Wayne County Land Bank, $500 for a property, the state, $300 for the lots. I was just nibbling away at it. Had fish sandwich sales, and I would use my check, my work check from school, and people would donate here. This is for this, and just ended up building. I had some foundations that would help the Big Sun Foundation help to move this along as well.
That's a blessing. That is such a blessing. Well, we're gonna go ahead, moving on, and
I do have like one over like a little bit of a challenge, not necessarily challenging question, but amongst all this, right? Let me wrap my mind around all of it, right? Because I want to say his name right, Chinyelu. All right, perfect. So Chinyelu is current. Like when this manifested and started, he was with us, correct?
Yes.
Okay, right. And then what kicked it all off was your youngest son passing away. Our mind is everywhere. Like, what gave us the gumption to I really want to stick towards this? And how did you battle through the times of I'm not having my little one here anymore, but I still got to be strong for family, right? Because I still have 3 other children here, and I still gotta put energy out into this community. Can you give us where your mind frame was when you were going through a Tuesday 7:30 p.m. and it's Mama Shu about to shut down?
Yeah, I can tell you that, but I really need to tell you that the way that I was raised and by the revolutionaries that I was raised by
There we
in
go.
Detroit and the folks, my elders, and some of them are ancestors now, this is what we were taught to do. We're to rebuild our neighborhoods. We're to work for our people. We're to make things better. This is what I really, really knew. So that right there was always instilled in me. And I was a child that loved my neighborhood. Period. I'm
Mhm.
just saying when I was younger, I loved
Right.
my block. It had every single thing that I needed. The elders to help you, they would feed you. We had our corner store. We had a school. It just was all of that was right there. But uh after Jacoby got killed, I'm sitting up here, I'm like, you know what? I'm getting ready to just go ahead and just do this. You know what I'm
That
saying? I'm
part.
going over here and I'm gonna buy this house and I'm getting ready to start. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Um, this is what I'm getting ready to do, and then that. But I'm gonna tell you, just doing that for me, it was just a healing thing. It was something that I
Yeah,
just
I
needed to
got it.
just be doing, and
Right.
and building up, making things, and also I just felt that I didn't deserve to be looking at dirty mattresses and abandoned stuff and just be in all of this unhealthy blight. I didn't want
Mhm.
to live like that. I wanted to live down in JC. You know the places that's up Woodward, Huntington,
Oh, hey,
Birmingham.
look,
You already
literally, you
know how those spaces look. I
yeah,
wanted a space to look like that. And Highland Park is actually a suburb.
it is a
Highland Park
suburb.
is a suburb.
It used
I'm
to be
like, I
one of
wanted to
the
look at
premier,
it.
what is it called? Sterling Heights and the
Yeah,
Highland Park. All along that Woodward, it's beautiful homes. Like it's gorgeous.
beautiful, beautiful. And further down we have Birmingham, Michigan, all of those just up there, Ferndale,
Ferndale, yep, exactly.
just all of those down there. And so I'm like, you know what? I want to come out and just look at beautiful grass and have eclectic shops and have a
Hmm.
school and a library. So yeah.
All right. Well, the
Thank you for that.
pictures have came.
Oh, okay.
The pictures have came.
Yes, Robin. She said, is that
So
all you need?
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what it looked like.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
gone. Even some of the brick gone.
Yes. Somebody burned the top part up and everything. You see the black the squatters was
Oh
in that
yeah.
particular house too. Yep. And so they got that yeah, they burned that up.
Did you guys end up keeping it a multiplex, or did you kind of knock down a few walls to make it like one entire home?
We made it one entire home.
Okay.
I had but it still is, 2 floors, of course. It was a 2-family flat. It was 2 bedrooms up and it was 2 bedrooms down.
Yeah.
And so we were able to we were able to just, and it took a long time. Well, it took almost 6 years for me to finish
Right.
the
So
house.
this was a multi-unit up and down that side to side.
Yes, a multi-unit up
Okay,
and
that's
down.
beautiful.
Yep. And we just busted out everything. I made the ceilings higher, all of that,
I love it.
everything.
That's
I
beautiful.
opened everything up. So we have a music studio in there, computer lab. We have a daycare in the basement that we're waiting right now to get our licensing for. We've already had our inspections. We have a library inside of it. There's a laundry room downstairs, 3 showers, one of them special need accessible, and you see the ramp on the other one, the ramp
Just
and
show a new
everything.
photo, yeah.
Let me show the new one. Right here.
Yep.
Look there. Look at God. Look at him.
Won't he do it? Ain't
That
that
look
what
like a
won't
totally
he do
different house. That look like a totally different house.
Totally different.
Wow. That's truly a blessing. Truly a
I
blessing.
got that mural put on there. We got that done before the grand opening, and the grand opening was on Jacoby's ancestor date, September the 23rd.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Now, there also was one other thing that you did, Mama
Okay.
Peach. But look, I heard Mama Peach. My mama is in the chat, and we call her Mama Peach on the show.
Okay.
But, you also did this.
Oh yeah.
I apologize. My background going crazy. But yes, you was on the Ellen show.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, how was that?
It was cool. It was cool. Got a call from Burbank, California. I was looking at my phone like, who lives in Burbank, California? And it was her producers. And
Mhm.
they wanted us to come on the show. And she donated a beautiful house. It was actually took about 3 days for it to get delivered. And we're using it as our village hall. So just like a city in your city where you live at, in our city, we have a city hall where you go handle, all the municipal business and all of that. I figured we needed that in the village as well. So it
Yeah.
added to what is we're doing. So that's what it's used for. We have our security office in there. We also have meeting space, and we welcome visitors and different things out of there. So yes, and it has beautiful landscaping around it and everything.
Okay.
Speaking of security, I was watching one of the clips, and you were speaking to that because now this is when we end up losing your second to youngest son, and you was like, we need to enforce security. How much did you strengthen that line of defense for this community that you have? Did you end up like just getting someone to patrol, or are we looking at fences? What was the
So
outcome?
so what we ended up doing was is that because we're building a village, we have a works department, like a public works. We have that department. We have a security department. We have an economical development department. We have all of those departments inside of building this village. So the name of our quote unquote police is
Mm,
the Avalon Village Peace Team, and they
mm.
are our
Mm.
security, and they are the ones. So we've been developing that. And yes, after that incident, things did beef up a little bit more with security. So a lot of our events are covered by security. When I go places or whatever, they go with me, just
Go
moving
with you,
about
Yeah.
and going north
obviously.
and
Yes,
wars.
yes.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So yes, and and so we're getting hopefully this summer, that's what on our goal list, that we're going to build two um security booths. So it's going to be one on one corner and one on the other.
On the other
But
one,
yes, that
yeah.
has gotten better. So we're
You know what
working.
I Go
Mhm.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say what I adore right now and what I love is how you answer these questions, right? It isn't just to say, yes, I've beefed them up and they come along and go. So first, let me tell you that we've added more to the city or to the village. You know, we not only are giving this, we also give this, this, and this. So not only, it's like I'm adding so much more, or we have added so much more to the community. It's not just one thing I can answer, is because we're letting everyone work. The
Woo!
community is thriving beyond just the one question that you have, sir. Like, I love that the ecosystem is so vibrant
Thank
and
you.
and it is
Yep.
doing so well, especially in the space that you guys you're in, and you're bringing so much light. I'm becoming such a fan of hearing all the names and all the deities that you're dealing with, and all of the beautiful energy that you're moving within. Right? I see you, I hear you. Your aura is shining. I'm here for it.
Thank you. Now that
So
see that video,
imagine how I felt when I talked to her over the phone.
I
I
That
was like,
part.
oh my goodness.
That part.
I mean, she drew me in. I was like, oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. Like I told her before we started the show, I just keep watching your clips over and over and over again. It's just so inspiring because I've never known for nobody to do this or even think about doing it. And if they did think about doing it, they just didn't come up with a way to do it. So you have people that live in these houses as well,
yes.
family.
Well, we have regular neighbors, the other five residents, and then my house. But other than that, nobody lives in the houses because they're slated for stuff. Like
Yeah.
I said, like the one on the corner was donated by the Wayne County. They donated us two houses. One of them is called the Go Back Project. It's for teens who need mental support, a place to stay, not teens, young adults, I should say.
Okay.
So it's a two family flat too. And then on the corner, there's another one. It's called the Avalon Village Healing House. So it's basically the quote unquote hospital of the village.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's basically we have people, and we're still working on it, but folks who do Reiki, massage therapy, counseling, different things like that. They'll be able to rent the spaces inside of this is a 2-family flat also. And they'll be able to provide those kind of health and wellness services to the community, nutrition classes, all of that. So that's a 2-family flat as well. So far, I've gotten new windows, doors, and I got the plumbing done in there. So this spring, I'm gonna not get a new roof, and then the inside is gonna be done. So I've been doing, and even the Go Back project, a new roof, windows, and doors is on that. This summer, I'm getting to the guts of it, inside of it. Yep.
Exactly. Okay. Well, we're gonna move on to the next clip because we got a few clips to show tonight.
Okay.
This clip right here was after Chin had passed away, was murdered.
Okay.
We call it like it is over here.
Yeah.
When he was murdered. So here we go.
Okay.
My son was 23 years old. My son was 23 years old. Here at Avalon Village, where we have been building love for over the years, what has happened is that someone has trespassed on our property here on Avalon Street between Woodward and 2nd. They've come over, they weren't invited, and they came over and they ambushed my son and they killed him. They killed him for no reason. My son was sitting alone. So what has to happen now, it looks like we have to really, really beef up security, because one thing about this block is that we're building it up, we're rebuilding it. We're done with the old Avalon. It's over. We are rebuilding. We don't want that energy over here, and it won't be over here. Flat out, it won't be. So what we have to do is that right now, practically, we have to build up and we have to get more security. I'm going to have to get fences up over the land that we own. We need security company. We need a booth. We need all of this stuff, which was planned to be in place. But now to me, it's with great urgency. I feel that, I just feel vulnerable, and I don't want the kids to feel vulnerable. This guy came and shot my son. He shot a resident of Highland Park, a family member, my son, a resident of Avalon Village. He came over here and did that, and that was very, very disrespectful. It was disrespectful and harmful. So now we have to do all we can to protect these children. We have the homework house that we have over here with these children after school doing projects. We have Jacoby Rock Park. We have the STEM lab over here that we're building right now, because guess what? We still keeping it moving. None of that energy has stopped what we're doing. None of that destructive energy will stop what's going on here, because we're on a mission, flat out. But what you're not going to do is harm the children and the people here in Avalon Village, nor in Highland Park, Michigan. I don't care who you are, and especially if you're a resident and you going around killing people. That's foul. As far as all the negative energy and the gang banging and all of that, that's getting ready to stop in Highland Park. Flat out, we don't want that. We're rebuilding. We're making things wonderful again over here. I'm just a citizen along with other people that are concerned, just trying to make a space better. And we don't want nobody in here shooting other residents, and you supposed to be a resident or around here, have a family or whatever, and you shooting and killing other residents because of some petty whatever it is. I don't even know, but it's just senseless, and that's got to stop. We're gonna feel protected, and definitely, I don't care what happens, we're definitely gonna be protected on the block that I said as a citizen that we're going to just go ahead and build up and take on ourselves. And I feel that, we pour something, you try to tear it down. I'm over here like, wow, really? I feel highly disrespected. Highly disrespected. We don't even know that energy over here no more. Killing.
Girl, you let it be known. When I tell you, when I saw that clip, I saw such a strong woman. Such a strong woman when I saw that. I mean, you are like putting the whole block on your back, basically. You are telling these people you're going to be safe when you come over here.
Mm-hmm.
And despite on what happened with your son, you still protecting them in your neighborhood. You didn't give up. You didn't say, I'm done. You still continued on. And that's what I admire about you. Now, I do want to get into the comments. There's a comment from Tiffany. She said, I truly love everything that you're doing. You're an inspiration and true warrior of strength and resilience. Definitely encouraging to me to complete some things I have started. Thanks for sharing your story. And that's what it's about, Mama Shu. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? When you're able to inspire others to do the same. I wish everybody knew about you. Maybe we all be trying to own our own blocks and put our people in our community and keep them safe and everything. What do you think, Jason?
It's a shame that it hasn't been articulated a lot sooner through different other people and organizations. I understand that there may be some difficulties in getting it done, and I'm pretty sure you faced some of those because you say the homework house took 6 years to complete. So there are restrictions. There's government ordinance and things that you have to go through, and I think that with some people, they don't have the determination to finish and follow through, let alone get a team behind them that believe in them. Like I think they did with Mama Shu. I think that a lot of people from the community that she was in was like, "You right, let's go." And as you can see, when we look at some of these videos and some of these clips, there's tons of people like are willing to give their time up to assist to create a better space for these children, right? Because at the end of the day, that's who it's all for.
Yes.
We lose two, but she gains a whole community of children that will be able to live a more vibrant life through loss. Right? That's phenomenal.
It is.
Right? It doesn't feel good that you lost your two babies, but
Exactly.
in that loss, you gain so many more with the covering and protection of the two that are. Hold on, let me start. Go ahead. I see you.
I feel you, Jason.
I see you.
Jason said, I see you. So, Mama Shu, how do you feel? When you step back and look back at what you've done in this community, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel pretty proud, and it makes me feel happy that we're able to enjoy some of the things that I feel that we deserve. You know what I'm saying? Folks are just just the, like our goddess marketplace, they're able to come and just buy real special unique things. Women entrepreneurs, we're able to have concerts, we have fireworks. I love it, but I also know that there's some more work to do, so it's always very exciting. But to me, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, but I know I'm not done yet. And so I just keep moving, and it's exciting. It's just like peeling an onion, just one little
Mhm.
piece at a time. So I'm always very proud when something comes through and to make something happen. And I want to add to Jason, as it relates to it was funding too.
Right.
Some people have all the money to really, they can sit up here and pimp this whole block out and it can be totally
Mhm.
done.
Yeah.
But when you're working at the grassroots level, you don't get all the money at one time. It's a grant here, a grant there, it's a donation. And so that's why it took that long. It's
Understood.
because I never had all the money all at once. And so once I did, and then the house actually got finished. It got finished 1 year on the day that Chinyelu died is when I got my certificate of occupancy, 126,
Mm,
which is tomorrow. I was
which is
like,
tomorrow. Right.
Yep.
unbelievable. But I was like, I already knew what that was. I said, son, I already know what you're doing because my boys, I communicate with them still. That's the
Right.
thing about my children. They're very live in the spirit world and I'm connected. And so that's what kind of gives me a little bit more comfort in knowing that they're still reachable and we can still do things. Chin helped to build that homework house, the initial stages of it. So he's all, up in there,
All into it. Yep.
all into it. So I just pay attention to the messages and the subtle things that happen or, that I'm given or just something. And I just always feel that I have these, hands and also the protection of the sons,
Mm.
Exactly. Now, Mama Shu, one thing that you said that was very important, I want to make sure I break it down to
Okay.
everybody. Okay. And I got to break it down our style. Now, let me say this, y'all. And I want y'all to listen closer. Look, Jason, like, oh my goodness. she never know what she gonna say. Okay. Mama Shu just sat here and said that she got donation over here, donation over there, funding from over here. People just donating, okay? Now, Mama shouldn't just take this money and run. She ain't take the money and run, y'all. She ain't take the money and go down the street and buy some clothes and get the fly shoes out. She ain't do none of that. And being that she didn't do that, more people donated. They saw she was putting the money into the community. They saw what was going on, that work was getting done. They saw this. So they didn't mind donating. They didn't mind. Am I right, Mama Shu?
That's seemed the way that it is. Because one thing about it is that, and it's just key what you just said too, is that once you do the work and you show, and I have all of the receipts. I mean, not receipts, paper receipts. I got them too, but I got the receipts. I'm showing you what I'm doing. And then another thing is that I'm very simple when it comes to living and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's the simplest things that make me happy, and I don't need a lot. So I'm here in this village and I'm happy, and I have everything that I actually need here. So that's never been a problem, but that's what it is, like, oh, you need this and you need that. So I'm always connected, and just filling out grants and different things that will fit, and it's just been a wonderful thing. I sometimes I'm on the porch and somebody will pull up. One time this motorcycle, these guys on a motorcycle, they came and they rolled past here and gave me a check right over the fence, and everything was like $1,000. Then this elderly man here in Highland Park, he was a pastor. His daughter brought him. He was in a wheelchair, and he remembered she came and she said, my daddy told me, go help that woman. And then they went and brought me, it was like $1,000 or something. So it's just be like moments like that, like some random stuff that happened. Or I'll get a check in the mail. Sometimes I got one for like $20,000, and I did concrete work with it, so that all my concrete could be nice and smooth on the block, for liabilities. I want to make sure that I'm, just those kind of things, fixing the infrastructure. So that's my thing when I put the money to what it is that is needed, because I want to build a village. So
and here they out here stealing PPP laws. Y'all said they stealing PPP laws.
They're doing it.
And Mama Shu getting donations. And guess what? She ain't going to jail. She ain't going to jail.
Look, I'll just take my time. I'll take my time doing it. Look, it's okay. I ain't in no rush. We have eternity. That's the way I figure it.
Exactly. Well, we still got a few more clips, so let's go ahead and get started. Here we go.
Okay.
What makes me feel empty is that both of my sons are gone. It is hard to just see that, and just to see his shrine. Sometimes you just want to know, like, man, like, how much do you got to do to get things in alignment, and have a healthy community and have a healthy life and be safe.
It is so hard to hear the pain and sorrow that lives inside Mama Shu, the mother of Highland Park, the person who did not just say it takes a village to raise a child or children. She built it. Avalon Village, a safe space for young minds to soar, uncover their potential, and explore possibilities. But 4 weeks ago today, what Mama Shu could not imagine possible became a startling and breathtaking reality.
I heard gunshots.
And they were close, really close.
And I just ran outside. I called his name several times.
Her son, Chinyelu Humphrey, he'd been shot and killed while watching over the village and his mom.
My son was a protector. He was always there.
But his killer or killers got away. And Mama Shu knows the pain of a grieving parent. She has felt that unexplainable hurt before, because many years ago, her son Jacoby was killed in a hit and run.
What makes me feel empty is that both of my sons are gone. Lost my sons to the streets, literally. My son, 23 years old, life just got taken, to me, on sacred grounds. There was no killing over here. There was no fighting over here. We didn't do any of those kind of things over here.
But Mama Shu, with a broken heart, is still hard at work, and even more committed than ever to secure this sacred ground and complete the mission she created for the people of Highland Park, her family, her sons.
Maybe they're supposed to, watch over and protect in another kind of way, besides physically be here. That's really, Andrea, that's something that just keeps me going.
seeking justice does too.
I just don't believe that I deserve not to have my son and not to know who did it.
And to all of the others who are waiting for that day.
We're going to build our own team.
She had a goal to make her Highland Park community safer and inject new life. But during that process, her son was murdered while he was trying to guard that neighborhood.
And just looked at his eyes, and I said, Chin, for real, Chin, like, this is it? You know, I just knew it.
Tonight, Mama Shu speaks out, frustrated her local police won't do more in her son's murder investigation.
Shamayev Shu, also known as Mama Shu, has been called a pioneer in her Highland Park community. She's active in making things better for others, but now she says she's the one who needs help.
She really does need that help. Her 23-year-old son has been murdered. Mama Shu tells me her statements to police have been lost numerous times. The lot where her son was killed was not taped off, and it wasn't treated as a crime scene. Shell casings were actually left where he was murdered. She feels her son's death isn't being treated as a priority. Well, we are making it a priority.
Avalon Street in Highland Park, a place that's seen new life lately thanks to this woman, Mama Shu. Back in 2007, she lost her 2-year-old son, Jacoby, by a hit-and-run driver. So she vowed to make her community safer.
We're going to build our own team. So
the 56-year-old has been slowly buying up vacant homes and turning them into solutions for the neighborhood. This house was turned into a homework house for kids, where they also hold martial arts classes. Land she has purchased on Avalon she uses for an outdoor summer camp, so inner city kids can get that feel of going away to camp.
It was sad to see the poles on the trucks just being taken away.
And the streetlights that were taken away 10 years ago because the city didn't pay the bills are being replaced with these solar lights, with money Mama Shu works hard to raise.
Oh, the lighting helps people feel a little bit more safer.
But despite all the good she did for her neighbors, she couldn't stop the violence and crime from targeting her 23-year-old son a year ago.
It was January 26th of last year, about 6:30 at night. Chinyelu was parked right here in this grassy lot, situated here to keep an eye out on his mom's house, as well as serve as security for this entire neighborhood. Little did he know, someone would sneak up to his vehicle and shoot and kill him.
I heard the gunshots and I ran outside on the porch and I looked over and I just yelled Chin's name several times.
Mama Shu says she saw 2 men by her son's car. One just stared her down for a couple of seconds, then both men took off running in the dark.
And I saw Chinyelu laying in the doorway, and I just knew he was gone. I actually straddled on top of him and everything and just looked at his eyes, and I said, Chin, for real, Chin, like, this is it? You know, I just knew it.
In a matter of minutes, life would escape Shinyelu's body. Her second son, dead.
It's been a year. It's been a year. And I'm going to tell you, Karen, that was my son. And I just can't sit around here, and I have to get to the bottom of this.
She's tried to do her own detective work, has made numerous calls to the Highland Park police to get updates on her son's case.
I don't really know what the state of it is at this point.
Are you getting updates?
No.
Mama Shu says police told her they lost her statement.
I asked numerous times to sit down with the Highland Park police chief and talk about this case. He wouldn't agree to an interview.
Along with other Highland Park folks who have lost their loved ones and who, you know, want something to happen and they want answers, I guess I feel like them. You know, it's like, wow, things are going so slow.
So now she's turning to the local 4 defenders to help get word out, asking for someone to come forward to help solve her son's murder.
I don't believe in unsolved mysteries. I don't believe in cold cases, anything that have to do with my children. I'm going to do my best, and we won't let that kind of stuff happen in our neighborhoods. It's unacceptable in our city.
Unacceptable. Well, after I started pressuring Highland Park police on Chinyelu's murder, they did invite Mama Shu to their department last week so she could reissue for the 3rd time another statement, talk about the case. She says she was told, Jason, that they are still gathering information. But she's frustrated and heartbroken.
All right, Mama Shu. Where are we at now? Because this clip didn't happen yesterday, y'all. This didn't happen yesterday.
Mm-mm.
So where are we at now?
So
Have
now,
you been getting the help?
well, right now we're this has been, tomorrow will be the second year.
Mm-hmm.
That particular clip right there initiated um a warrant to be taken down to Wayne County. And it
Okay.
sat down there. So it was a reaction. I'm like, so, and Karen covers a lot of stories for us. Anytime we're
Mm-hmm.
doing anything, they come
Yeah.
and they cover us and everything. And so when she put that out, that made them actually react. And so they went on down and took it downtown, but it wasn't signed or anything. So it sat down there.
Okay.
Then after that, yeah. So I'm calling, I'm giving them information. I'm giving them numbers. Because even on the killers, because I saw the killers. I put in the statement that I saw who did it. The streets talk. And they came in and I was like, oh yes, that's who did it. These are so we already know. And so all of this, I'm letting them know this. Just still nothing. Recently, about a month ago, I actually put up a billboard.
Yes, we have that just as well.
Yeah, I put up a billboard. It was just, it's going into 2 years. And what I do is that I assess the year. What has happened? I took notes. I got a whole folder just of even tracking where the killer was. You know what I'm saying? Just, period, just in different places. Hey, they say he over here in this neighborhood right here. And I'm getting calls or whatever from people in the neighborhood, folks that are Chin's age or whatever, letting me know
Yeah.
what's going on, and I'm letting them know, giving them numbers and everything. And so basically around November, this is 2 years. So usually around November, I start saying, okay, where are we right now, and assess everything and what needs to be done. And so I did that this year. I said, okay, here it is. It's down to Wayne County. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard from a prosecutor or anything. And I just said, maybe if I just put up a billboard, I can get some type of help or whatever. Somebody will see it and be like, oh, let's, or something. And so
Exactly.
that's what I did. And it stayed up for a month.
Okay. And I do have that clip just as well, because that's the clip that I actually found Mama Shu. That was the first clip that I saw. And I actually played this clip when I saw it on the show. So for those that has been watching the show, you will see that. But first, I do want to bring up a friend of mine. Her name is Tiffany. Tiffany is another mother that has lost two of her children, but hers was through gun violence. And she wanted to come up, she wanted to meet you, and she just has some encouraging words for you just as well. So here go Miss Tiffany.
Okay.
Hey, Tiffany.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, sister, how are you? Hi, Jason, how are you?
We are wonderful. We are wonderful.
Doing amazing.
I am so grateful to be a part of this platform with you all this evening. Mama Chu, you are so amazing. You just so amazing. And when Miss Peachy first told me about you and about your story, and when I went and watched the clips and just watching you and look at you, like, you are truly such an inspiration to me. Like, having lost two children myself, the way you just keep going, your strength, you so resilient. Like, God has deposited a plan inside of you, and
Yeah.
you have a purpose, and you are running with it. And I am so grateful for you. Like, you really have opened up my eyes to some things that I also wanted to get started. And I've shared some things with Tennille, and looking at you, I'm just like, I got to do it. I got to
That's
do it.
right.
Cause like, you are pushing through, and despite what we have been through, just looking at your face, looking at that smile on your face, it's enough to make me just want to keep going and to do more, and just to reach more people. And I thank you so much. And I mean, hey, I came on here to encourage you, but you encourage me. You encourage me to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep moving. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for sharing your story, and keep sharing your story. and I want to be a part of what you got going on. Let me tell you, how can I
Right
help?
on.
How can others help? Is there any way we can get involved in what you got going on?
It is. It is. And I do want to say this, Tiffany, to you. As you know, you have my condolences for your beautiful souls that you have lost. But one thing is that whatever it is that you want to do, and this is what I say to myself, what do we have to lose? Absolutely nothing. When you really think about it, to me, a parent's worst nightmare probably is losing their children. After that, it ain't nothing that can't nobody say no to me. I'm about to cry about it. No, I mean, seriously, it's just like for real. And it just makes you more invincible to do what it is, because once you can get through that particular, that thing that we're getting through right now, and we're working through it, because it's not going to go away. It's here to stay forever.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is that, girl, do what you do. I act up in this mug. You hear me? I do whatever it is I want to do, how I want to do it. I'm asking. Yup. You say no, okay. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings or nothing. Period. I keep going. And they know that about me here too. Period. So it ain't nothing worse. I ain't gonna say, I'm saying worse in a good way, is that somebody who really ain't got nothing to lose and they about to go for it. And I say that's what you do, whatever it is, because it ain't nothing. What else can happen? Our own mortality. We ain't worried about dying. I'm just saying it's gonna happen one day. Period.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
Yep.
I feel about it. Who else? Is somebody going to beat us up or whatever or something? No. You know what I'm saying? So keep it moving, period. So if you're interested, and I guess this is for anybody who wants to support in any way and see what we're doing, they can go to the avalonvillage.org. We have different, you can donate if you want, you can volunteer if you want, it's just many ways that you're able to help by going to our website and being able to share. You may want to share a resource. Hey, I know where a granny is to get this. We trying to get a tennis court or whatever. All of that stuff is welcomed. And even if you just want to say something beautiful, that's fine too.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
Yeah.
You are so stern and firm, and like I really love the fact that you have such a clear vision, and you are running with it, and I love it. Like, oh my God, like you don't even understand. Looking at you, I'm on fire. I'm like, shoot, I can do anything.
Exactly.
I can do whatever now. Like
Yep.
I feel ready. I feel ready to get to work and to do what it is I want to do. So thank you so much. Just
You're
thank you.
welcome, and thank you, for what are your children's names?
My children's names TJ and Tamarie. TJ he was murdered 11 years ago. He was 12 years old at the time.
Okay.
And somebody did a drive-by shooting at my parents' house in the middle of the night, and he got taken away from me. And then I buried my daughter in 2021. She was at a party. She was 26 years old, and she was just at a party, and somebody decided they wanted to come through and act crazy, and her life was taken also. So, and I have one baby boy living. He's 20 years old, and he's making me a Mimi, because I'm gonna be a Mimi.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm looking
Congratulations.
forward to it.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I have two children, surviving children, I should say. Aziza, she is 30. Aziza's 32 or 33.
No way, you do not have a 32-year-old.
Don't
Yeah,
look
I
nothing
do.
like it.
And then my
You
other
look
daughter is
amazing.
she'll be 27. Yeah, she'll be 27 this year.
Wow, amazing. You are
That is
beautiful.
amazing.
You are beautiful inside and out. Inside and out. And
Thank you,
I thank
Tiffany.
God for you. I thank God for you. And just to know that we've both been through similar situations, and like I said, just to see the fight in you and the drive in you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want all of us to be this way. I want all of us to get to the point to where we are fighting together. We are rallying for our babies. Like, this is what it's about, to keep their legacy alive, and to also just bring awareness to gun violence and what's going on, and just to try to keep other kids safe, to prevent it from happening to them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%, Tiffany. Now, Mama Shu, you mentioned something about the billboard. So I want to go ahead and show them that clip. So
Okay.
Tiffany's gonna stick with us for a little while. Thank you,
Yes.
Tiffany, for joining us.
All right.
Thank you, friend, for having me as always. I love you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love you
It's
too,
always an
darling.
honor to be on your platform.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. All right, y'all. Here go this billboard. Y'all better check out this billboard. I ain't playing with y'all. Check out this
The man's mother says she knows who killed her son. She saw the killer illuminated by the snow. That was nearly 2 years ago.
And now, with no arrests made, the victim's mother is afraid, like other killers in her city, the man who murdered her son is going to get away with it. So she took a dramatic step to try and keep her son's killer off the street.
The billboard pleads, "My son was killed. I saw who did it. I told the authorities. No arrests. Help me."
Just like the billboard said, I saw who killed him. I walked outside on the porch after I heard the gunshots, and I looked right over there and I saw them running.
The point of the billboard, Mama Shu says, is to reach anyone who can help her, because she says police have not.
My police report got lost a couple of times. I had to resubmit it twice. First, Highland Park police had it.
But they're not solving most of their murders. It's a place where most murders go unsolved.
Thomas Hargrove's Murder Accountability Project tracks the numbers of cleared or solved murders compared to unsolved murders all over the country, including Highland Park.
In 2021, they reported having 9 homicides and clearing 2 of them. That's terrible. In 2020, they reported having 6 homicides and clearing none of them.
1 year after Chinyelu's murder and the local 4 investigators started investigating the case, Highland Park finally handed the case over to the Wayne County prosecutor.
And so now it's down to Wayne County, and it's like no movement. I can't even get a call back.
Having a year delay before a different department starts investigating is difficult. They do have an eyewitness in the mother, but it is always more difficult if time has passed.
I can't sit around this city and not do nothing about it.
So she spent $3,000 for this billboard. It stays up for a month.
And it'll stay up another month if I need for it to stay up another month.
All right, Mama True. Now, my question is this. Why do you think they did not go by what you said? You as an eyewitness. Why you don't think they went by what you said?
I just think that unfortunately, sometimes in the cities that we live in, Highland Park, Detroit, sometimes things just aren't gotten to. I don't know. I won't say shorthanded. You know what I'm saying? Not enough resources. It's now with the state now. It is the state has the case right now. So it has a good chance of actually being taken care of. But that's what I think it was. And I think that folks just kind of dropped the ball on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know, just kind of raggedy, just the service, period. And to me, I know that we're all overwhelmed and overworked and everything, but communication is key, especially when you're dealing with people's lives. This city is only 2.9 miles, okay? We have 9,000 residents, okay? So to me, I think more could have been done. And I just think a lot of it was just was negligent and not really just paying attention and following through.
Jason,
simple things.
What you think? Why they didn't go by what she said? You on mute. Hold on. Okay, what'd you say?
I was just saying the same thing. It's just file work. It's just not them being dedicated to the process and trying to make it happen or trying to find out what happened. Again, that's just the city looking at, oh, that's just another black person shot again. Well, why do you know what I mean? Like they don't want to be like actually doing their job.
Okay. Well, Mama Shu, I wanted to talk a little bit about Highland Park. Okay. I have a clip that happened 7 years ago. And then I have a clip that happened a year ago. And I just want people to see that the violence is still happening, correct? Mama Shu, you still dealing with violence and killing all of that?
It is stuff that maybe last summer there was a young lady who got killed in broad daylight, chased down on the block that I lived on. You know, they just, I mean, that was one of the saddest situations right there. It is a couple of other murders that happened. And even after Chinyelu got killed, it was a couple of folks who got killed after that too. You know, sometimes it just be like a little rash of it.
Yeah.
Highland Park or whatever is thought of as like you have Detroit, and you know, they always say how Detroit is, you know, bad and just a lot of murders and different things like that. And unfortunately, they think that Highland Park is just the lower of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we almost quote unquote worse than even Detroit. So to them, we're like more like the bottom of the barrel. That was what they that's what people think. But being in it, I think that things are getting better as it relates to building, and I do see some hope, you know. But as far as we have a new administration now, we have a new mayor and everything, so I'm looking to see where that's going to go.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the first one.
Okay.
This is, and you may know these people. You may even know these people, or have heard of the story. So here's the first one, y'all. This happened 7 years ago. Here we go.
Park police are investigating a deadly shooting that happened at 7 a.m. as the victim and his girlfriend were getting ready to take their kids to school. 7 Action News reporter Jennifer Bistrom has more now from Highland Park.
A father gunned down on his front porch in front of his children and longtime girlfriend.
We was all outside. I watched him get killed on my front porch.
Brandon Rice's longtime girlfriend in tears, saying he was her everything. The two were together for 14 years and shared 2 children together, a 2-year-old boy and a 9-month-old baby girl.
He always was there. Whenever I needed him, he was always there. If I didn't feel like getting up, taking the kids to school, he'd get up out of his sleep, take them to school. Anything I needed him to do, he was just always there for me. He never let me down. He was my Superman.
Emotions running high in this Highland Park neighborhood this morning after friends and family learned of Brandon's death. Screams, hugs, many in disbelief. Police say it happened around 7:30 this morning on the 300 block of Elmhurst. Brandon, who was in his early 30s, shot 4 to 5 times.
He fled through a vacant field this morning and did jump in a vehicle.
Now they want to talk with this guy.
This is a person of interest. His name is DeMarco Durain Vincent Hopkins. He's a black male, about 6 feet tall, about 160 pounds. He was at the location this morning, and we just want to ask him some questions. Horrible. It makes me feel horrible. Really bad. I mean, anybody with a heart or pulse should have the same feeling.
That was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, I remember that.
You do remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Now, these are the things that y'all are faced with. And not only in Highland Park, this is going on everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. If you have never been to a crime scene before, I've been to a crime scene before. Before the police and stuff get there, everybody outside screaming, everybody outside crying. That's a feeling that you never, ever, ever forget.
Mm-hmm.
And for this to happen with you and Chin, you know, you was there before the police even got there. You literally ran out the house.
And I ran out the house and I ran after them.
Exactly.
I hopped in my car and went to go see where they ran. I hopped in my car to go see what I can see. I don't know what I was getting ready to see, but I went that way, you know.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen these gentlemen again? Like out in the streets?
Yes. I've seen one of, but he's in jail. One of them we don't have to worry about anymore, and one is in jail.
Okay. One of the things that when the family members come on here and they still have an open case and the suspect is still roaming around, that's one of the things that they talk about. How fearful it is to know that their child's killer is still walking around and you don't know when or if they will even come your way. Mm-hmm. You don't know if you're looking at that person, if you're going to see that person, none of that. So tell us a little bit about that before he got arrested.
So really what happened is, I'm gonna say this. The killer right now he's in jail. He's in jail for another crime. I'm trying to go ahead and make and get things started to get him accountable for killing Chinyelu. So basically he got his own self up in, the system again. This particular person was already the marshals was after him in 2019 for doing some crimes. And the US Marshals picked him up. He was on the most wanted. And so a couple of years later ended up killing my son. So he is in jail. However, before he went to jail, I was always notified or whatever of his movements. And so I'm going to say this, and I'm not even saying it being cocky or anything. I'm not afraid of him. He needs to be worried about Chinyelu's mother. That's how I feel about it, bro, because I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that ass for real. You hear me? And I'm not stopping, period. So he's in jail. And so now we just need to get the ball rolling to go ahead and take care of it. But I saw his movement at one time. I even saw him one time. And it was just the weirdest thing. It was a few months after everything happened. I'm rolling down Woodward Avenue, and I see this young man getting out, coming from an establishment, coming down and I was like, "What?" And I ended up passing him because I'm like, that looked like, the young man that killed Chin. So I ride past him, but then I do a U-turn, and he was gone. But I was always notified where he was, if he was at a funeral, if he was, because one of his friends got shot. He's been shot before. He wounded going to the funeral. I mean, just every step of the way, I tried to watch where he's at and ask about him. That's how much I was on it, and how much I'm staying on it.
Exactly.
So he's in jail right now, and now we're going through the process to go ahead and get him prosecuted. And my thing is, he got a 1 to 4. Okay. The earliest that he can be released is 9/23 this year. And then he has another, the 4 years, October of 2025. But he got scooped up, Jason. You know how Oakland County is. He got scooped up by Oakland County.
Okay.
And they real serious.
Wow.
So to me, right now, I'm feeling that some doors are opening for me to be able to get, and I think the billboard just, I think that just kind of took things over the edge. It's out there. I didn't know what to do. It just was like, let me, just try this. And so I'm hoping that right there will reap some benefits.
Okay. Now, Tiffany, you gotta unmute yourself. It's not letting me unmute you.
I got you.
Tiffany, now, how has it been as far as you with your children's killers? Have they been found? Now, I know the answer, but this for the show. But go ahead.
Yeah. No. My son's case right now is a cold case. Nobody has been found for his murder yet. Nobody has come forth with anything. It's been 11 years. My daughter, same thing. It's not a cold case. Her case is still open right now, as of right now, but there are no leads and there are no arrests made in her shooting as well. And it's very, very frustrating. Because I feel like the streets know who did it. The police know who did it. And I'm like Mama Shoe. They need to be afraid of me. And I know somebody was asking me that, like when my daughter first got murdered or whatever. And I was looking for the killer or whatever. And everybody's like, you ain't scared? You ain't scared? Scared of what? What am I afraid of?
Right.
And I had to tell people that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I buried 2 babies. I got 2 babies out there in Forest Lawn, right now in the cemetery. I ain't afraid of nothing. And there's nothing nobody could do to me right now to make me be afraid. Like, there was nothing, so I'm with her on that. But I really wish somebody would come forward, with information. Because like I said, I know people know what happened and who was the shooter. and it's really, really sad, but they not getting away with it. They think they are, but they just getting by. You can't hide from God. So
Nope.
it's going to catch up with them one way or another.
One way or another.
Yeah.
And that's the same way I feel, Tiffany. And I feel that way even with just how everything is going on now. And here's how I feel, because I'm sitting up here. I came out when I heard the gunshots when Chin got killed. I'm sitting up. I was on a Zoom call. I'm sitting up here right where I'm sitting at right now. I heard the gunshots. I go to the door, and then I'm just calling Chin's name. Chin, Chin, Chin. And then I see these gentlemen, this guy run, and then this other one, the second one, the one that's in jail, he looked like he's stunned or something. Like, so we're a bunch of, this is across the street. It had freshly snowed. And the snow illuminates. You can actually see, better or whatever when the snow is all bright and white.
Yeah.
And so he stuck there for so long, and I'm just shouting his name, and he looks like Chin a little bit. And so I'm seeing how his body is moving. And then next thing you know, it seemed like as soon as I realized that's not Chin, zip, he ran. He ran. So yeah, I think that and the thing about it being a cold case and stuff, that right there is just, to me, it's just heart-wrenching. But I'm gonna tell you, I feel that because I walked out there, me and Chin were the only ones on the block, and I just go out there and just see this. This was meant to be solved to me.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, you gave me tidbits, like the creator, you really let me see who did this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Oh, I know I gotta go up. So I feel blessed, Tiffany, in that perspective, seriously, about being able to at least see who it is so I can put a pinpoint. And next thing you know, the streets came and showed me these. I said, dang, that's them. That's how that happened. The streets do talk. Mama Shoe, this who they say or whatever. I'm killed. And I looked out, I was like, damn, that is him. This is these young brothers that did it. So I do. And then also I feel like this. I feel like this is going to be taken care of, because if you're going to take my sons and my son, he's deceased. I don't think at the same time or whatever, it shouldn't be solved. To me, that's not fair, and it's not just. I'm hurting all of these whole years or whatever. So what you're going to do, and that's inevitable, that's done. I already know I'm not going to get Chin back ever. But one thing I do know is that brother will be held accountable. That's only fair to me.
Exactly.
That's balance right there. And I can't do nothing about the other thing, but I can do something about old boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. Now, and I'm going to do every single thing, Tiffany, that I can, because it was too much showed to me. I got anonymous letters to my house after Chin got, some people who loved him was like, here's where you can start. Cause they, it was, stuff be on Instagram. These fools, they get on there and they talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I got a screenshot of the one who killed Chin or whatever, a screenshot saying that he did it. Arguing back and forth or whatever with somebody. And I hope the state look at all of that stuff. They can pull up all of that kind of stuff. Period. Wow. But I just know that I'm just sitting up here like, nah, I know the creator ain't gonna sit up here and let me be heartbroken and this be a cold case, or
exactly.
You not find out too. This too much. Come on, y'all.
Exactly.
The ancestors, y'all know what I'm doing down here. You got to give me a break on this.
Exactly. Now, Mama Shoe, I have to ask you this. I have to. One thing we do on Peachy Tea Time, Peachy News Edition, we try to dig down deep. So I gotta ask you this. Now, on your video, you said you felt disrespected. Being that this happened in the neighborhood, everybody know this y'all neighborhood. I'm sure, like, this is well known. People know this. And they come in your neighborhood, right across the street, and shoot and kill him. To me, that is like you said, the ultimate disrespect. Can you elaborate more on that?
Yes. So I felt that way because of the reasoning, what you just said, and that first of all, you walked on my property. You all over there trespassing. First of all, And then you're disrespectful because you don't have respect for life. You could have hit anybody else too, not just Chin. Bullets is flying. He was shot 5 times. So you sitting up there, you just gonna just come and just not give a care about anything. I said a couple of cuss words, and I'm sorry. I don't know if I was supposed to do that on the podcast.
Oh no, it's explicit language on my show.
Oh,
it is.
I'm like, oh
you
my
are
goodness.
so fine. You are fine.
But and so that's how I felt. And then also, this is a sacred space. Avalon Street, y'all. First of all, to give you a little history of it, is one of the most notorious blocks in Highland Park. Okay, Pasadena, a lot of dope sold, and a lot of young men, okay, was killed on this block. Okay, now my son ended up getting killed, but it was on the mend. Like we're fixing up, and so that's when I said in that video that we're not getting ready to go back to that kind of stuff or whatever that Avalon used to be. It was towed down over here, and it was just the folks didn't want to come down this block. They would go down the next block because there was a lot of activity over here. So when I got over here, it was just tore up like that, just destroyed from just all the activities and things that some neighborhoods go through. But yeah, to me, that's disrespectful of life, disrespectful of what we've done and what we built up for the people and everything. And it just was unacceptable to me. It's just unacceptable. And the thing about it is that I have to say something. If I seen you, and it ain't like they talking about like snitching and all of that, people know and all of this kind of stuff. Well, I'm saying something. I saw who did it. I'm getting ready to say something.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that we definitely represent here on Peachy Tea Time. We make sure we have it scrolled at the bottom of the screen. If you know something, say something. Now, we are coming to the end of the show, but I do have a special surprise for you, Mama Shu.
Oh,
a very special surprise. I made this just for you. So I hope you like it.
Okay.
And I will be emailing it to you after the show just as well. So here we go.
All I hear is raindrops falling from a rooftop. Oh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you. I thought that from this heartache I could escape, but I've run it long enough to know there ain't no way. And today I'm officially missing you. Ooh, can nobody do me like you? I said every little thing you do. Hey baby, say it stays on my mind. And I officially, it's official. Ooh, you know that I'm missing you, yeah. All I hear is raindrops. Ooh, yeah. And I'm officially missing you.
All right, that was for you, Mama Shu. That was
Miss
for
Peachy,
you.
that was so sweet, girl. Got me all misty-eyed and everything. That was beautiful. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I love that. I can't wait till you send it. I'm gonna post that.
Feel free.
No, I am. I'm gonna put that on Instagram. I love that. Tomorrow is his day. So
yes, it is. Yes, it is, you guys. Tomorrow marks 2 years. I talked to Mama Shu maybe 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And she told me that the 2 years was on the 26th. And me and her both decided that it would be best for us to wait a little bit longer and do the show right before his anniversary, his death anniversary. So when I tell you I'm honored, um, my heart goes out to you once again. My condolences. I just love you. I love you. I'm
Thank
so
you, Miss
happy to
Peachy.
contact with you. I cannot wait to see how much further that God got planned for you. Like it's so much more, so much more. I know it is, and I just can't wait to see it. So when I come home to Saginaw, I gotta fly to Detroit. So I'm gonna come to Highland Park because I just gotta see it. I just want.
Oh, yes.
I just want to see it, and you are such an amazing woman for this.
Thank you.
So
Thank
amazing.
you. And thank you
Jason,
for inviting me. And I really had a good time. This was really kind of cool, just sitting, smooth and you know what I'm saying? Some stuff be
yes.
just so, and like intense, a lot of
Mhm.
interviews and stuff like that or whatever. But this was like really cool. I really appreciate it. Felt like a conversation.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. We appreciate you.
Yep.
Definitely, definitely. I was hoping that we definitely made you comfortable here on Peachy Tea Time. Definitely.
May I mention one last thing about his celebration tomorrow?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So tomorrow and every year moving forward, on 126, we do something called No Faking Fundraiser, the No Faking Fundraiser. And so my son used to always say no faking. That was just something that he would say. And so basically, it's a we're raising money for bleachers, for the my three sons basketball court, which we named after the boys as well. It's my son Chinyelu Jacoby, and then I had a stepson that was killed. He was 34 back in 2015. So I have their murals on the basketball court. So we're raising funds for that. But we have a big party, and this is an opportunity for a lot of Chinyelu's friends to come. They party and stuff. They have a good time. We eat and everything. And it's just a really good celebration. And so we show them how they can give back, and so that how they can actually contribute to building the village by helping to get the bleachers or whatever, just showing them community service, how to give. And then I make them pay, and I'm like, y'all gonna pay this $50. I see the gym shoes and stuff that y'all getting, so y'all gonna donate. And then you'll be proud. Sometimes the children need to be shown how to give and how to share and social responsibility. And so that's basically what this is about. And it's from 7 to 11. We have a wonderful DJ and food and everything. And they just come in and just donate and in and out and just have a good time. So that's tomorrow here, and it's in the homework house.
All right, y'all.
Yep.
Y'all better make sure y'all show up. Mama Shu, we like to let people get the spotlight, so that's why I brought us down and everything, so that you'll be able to get the spotlight, let everybody know they pay attention to just you and they are listening to you. Y'all make sure y'all show up and show out, okay? Now, is this community, as far as the kids wise, where they come and do the homework and stuff, is this for all the kids around Detroit, around Highland Park, or is it just for the ones in the community?
It's for anybody who wants to come in Highland Park and the surrounding areas. So anybody can come. All they have to do is go online, fill out an app, they get an interview, come in and orientation, and and then they're able to come to the homework house. And it's really quaint, and it's like home in there. So a lot they enjoy it.
All right. Now, Mama Shu, if there's anybody out there that would like to interview you, want to shine some light on the situation at hand that occurred, or even with the housing and everything, where can they find you at?
They can find me at they can look online at our website is theavalonvillage.org, theavalonvillage.org. We're also on Instagram. We're also on Facebook. If they want to send an email, they can do info@theavalonvillage.org. State what it is that they want, and it'll get to the appropriate person so they can be serviced properly.
Okay. And if for anybody that want to submit donations, where do they do that at?
They go online also, and then it's a donation button, and it's different levels if you want to. You can also donate where you can have reoccurring donates and just make a pledge for each month. So if you want to say, like, somebody want to donate $25, that can actually be set up, and it can last for a year. They can do that, or they can just donate any amount. Also, they can donate time. So anybody who comes to Highland Park, they can come, and there's a donation button. And then also we have a wish list. So you can push the wish list, and it have all of the things that we need, in the homework house, from towels to games. I got like 10 boxes today of Clue and just Scrabble
Oh my
and
goodness.
flashcards and everything. So we loaded it up. We have everything from that, washing machines and dryers, whatever it is, they're all on the wish
Wow.
list. Yep.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I am so proud of you. Y'all make sure y'all donate. Make sure y'all donate to Mama Shoe. I would definitely be putting my donation in. Mama Shoe, my donation probably gonna be coming this Friday.
That's
It's gonna
okay.
come this Friday, girl. This
Cash App, too.
Friday.
I forgot about that. We do Cash App, $, the Avalon Village. If anybody want a Cash App.
The Avalon Village. And can you spell Avalon for us?
Yep. AVALON. That's AVALON. The $, Avalon Village.
All right, y'all. Well, Mama Shoe, we're about to get off of here. If you could please hang out just for 1 second after we end the broadcast, just so I can say a couple things to you.
Okay.
Jason, is there anything you want to say before we log off?
You know me, man. Don't come searching for me. Ain't nothing out here that I got for you. But please try your best to support such a beautiful foundation, such a beautiful community. You see it right here. This woman is absolutely vibrant and amazing. I thank you, and I'm pretty sure a whole slew of other people thank you for what you're doing. And I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Right. Thank you.
And she's also God sent. Y'all,
you hear me?
She is God sent. All right, Mama Shoe, give us 1 second while we go ahead and end this broadcast. Okay. I love you guys so much. Y'all know I gotta play a couple of these commercials. And Mama Shoe, if you don't mind, we'll run back the tribute just as well. For the end of the show. And y'all better stick around, because you gotta listen to my babies. Don't even play. Okay. And I see y'all on Friday. We got a good show on Friday. So make sure y'all tune in. All right. Bye. I love you guys.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
Peachy Tea Time is for the culture. Tune in every Friday for Peachy Talks edition, where the misses and pulleys show crime in our black community and discuss love and relationships. Special surprise pop-up guests. Tune in each and every Friday. Check out the flyer for showtimes.
All I hear is raindrops falling from the rooftop. Oh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you. I thought that from this heartache I could escape, but I've run it long enough to know there ain't no way. And today I'm officially missing you. Ooh, can nobody do me like you? I said every little thing you do, they say it stays on my mind. And officially, it's official. Ooh, you know that I'm missing you, yeah, yeah, yeah. All I hear is raindrops. Ooh, yeah, and I'm officially missing you.
Return, please return. Please return, please return, please return. Thank you for